Good morning, y'all. Well, it is day 100. Yes. How about that? And, I left the Church of the Mountain, Presbyterian Church, hostel early. I was the first one out, in fact. And crossed the Delaware River. And I am now in New Jersey, going up the first big climb of the day, get up to the ridge. So yeah, good feeling. And the trail is, it's rocky, but it's nothing like Pennsylvania. So yeah, that was a good night there. And a little bit of bad news. My good friend Sleepy was there. We keep running into each other. And Sleepy was going to get off trail and go to a wedding back in Florida. We were coordinating flights and stuff like that earlier, a few weeks ago. But anyway, the night before last, somebody stole his wallet at that same hostel that I stayed at last night. And so he is kind of stuck there, and he can't get on the plane until he has identification. So he's just got to stay there for like 3 or 4 days now. And I think he's going to have his father mail him his visa. Or not visa. His passport. So he can get on the plane. But yeah, kind of sad news. It was 2 other guys who had things stolen from him as well. So apparently there was kind of a sketchy dude there. And he's a thru hiker. And they said he kind of didn't talk to anyone. He was kind of in the corner, and they kind of suspect it's him. That might be a wrongful suspicion. I don't know. But nonetheless, 3 people got things stolen. The wallet. Somebody had $100 in cash stolen. And the other guy had one of his battery chargers for his phone stolen. So that's unfortunate. But the people I was with last night were all pretty normal guys. I've seen them the whole trip. The Tramily, the Cult, they were there. So yeah, I'm going up this first hill, and I'm excited to be in New Jersey, out of Pennsylvania. And it is Sunday, and I'm grateful for a lot of things. The first being, I'm out of Pennsylvania. No, not as many rocks. And grateful that I didn't, fall more or injure myself worse than I did on that big fall several days ago. I'm much better, and my knee swelling has gone down. So that's a good thing. Grateful for my family, and yeah, I'm trying to work hard to see my daughter. Lives in Brooklyn. She's our oldest daughter. And might even get in there Friday night before I fly home to see my wife and close on the house. So, yeah, grateful for that. And had a few good days of weather without any rain. Boy, and not too hot either. This morning it's 52 degrees. Yesterday got up to 74, I think was the high. So it's been nice. Very grateful for that. It's going to be like that today and tomorrow. And then I think either Tuesday or Wednesday, calling for more rain. That's okay. Saw a lot of snakes, so grateful I didn't get bitten by any. At least the poisonous kind. And that's about all I can think of right now. Decent weather, healing, just grateful for all you guys. I've gotten a lot of new subscribers in the last week or two. I'm right at, I think, 800 now. So, yeah, like over 100 people in the last few days. I never know how that works or what the analytics and algorithms are on YouTube. But I appreciate it, and I hope keeping it interesting with some of the factoids and history. And I love your comments, and I think so far I've answered everybody's comments. So anyway, thank you very much, and that's it for the Sunday wrap-up. Let's start hiking through New Jersey. Here we go. So yes, today I saw my first black bear on my Appalachian Trail thru hike. And to be honest, I thought I would see one much sooner, especially in the Shenandoah National Park area where there's a considerable number of black bears there. But it was today on day 100 that happened. And to be honest, the black bear is found in any of the 14 states that comprise the AT. And one of the many questions that thru hikers always get are, aren't you worried about getting attacked by bears? And the answer is really no. Attacks are pretty rare, and they generally try to avoid humans unless they are drawn towards them by the smell of food. They have limited eyesight, but an incredible sense of smell. And they have learned that backpacks contain food and are known to snatch food from unguarded backpacks and just take the whole thing. So there are safety measures to practice when hiking, the main one being to hang your food in enclosed containers from tree limbs or bear poles, or put them in the bear box, which are at a lot of campsites. If approached by one, backing away slowly while watching it, or just being still and not trying to be aggressive toward it, making noise and standing your ground if it gets any closer. But by all means, do not get between the mother bear and her cubs, which was the case here today. We believe that there were two cubs down on the right side. The mom would come out, stand on the trail, look at us, then go back into the woods for 5 or 10 feet, watch her cubs. And we could hear some scattered motion down in the woods. They were clawing at trees, they were making barking sounds, just kind of running around. So we knew they were down there. But if the bear becomes very, very aggressive with you, then you're going to have your hands full. So you do not want to get between her and the cubs. Many have been injured, but there are actually few deaths on the AT. Statistics show about 1 death every 8 to 10 years from a bear. But it is exciting to see them in the wild. Hey y'all, so day 100 has come to an end, and I made the 25 miles. I made it here to the shelter, and I am sleeping in my tent, obviously, as you can tell, just because the mosquitoes and gnats are so bad. So decided to stay in the tent. And this shelter is a little concerning just because they just reopened it last week. A few weeks before that, they had a bear that was pretty aggressive. This is the one that the bear was at, so they had to remove it. And so it just reopened in the past week. Haven't heard anything bad, but anyway, it is concerning. Because as you saw today, I had my first encounter with a bear. First day in New Jersey on day 100. So how about that? Yeah. Crazy story. I was just walking down the trail, and the guy in front of me kind of turned around and told me to stop for a minute. And then he backed over slowly and said, "I just saw two really big bears." And so we hung out for a minute, and sure enough, I think it was a female sow, because we heard some rumbling out in the bushes, just kind of running around chasing one another. We think there were a couple cubs down there, and she was watching over them. So she would come up to the trail, look at us, and then she would go back down and, watch the cubs, or at least, about 10 yards off trail, but enough that we could not get by. So we just had to sit there and wait for about 15 or 20 minutes. She eventually went all the way down into the woods with the cubs, and then we were able to get by. But, yeah, it was quite the encounter. I've seen bears before, but that was a really, really big bear. Yeah. So, but it was a brutal day. All the information I had was that New Jersey really, the rocks are a lot less, and at the very beginning they were, but they just got worse and worse. They were just like Pennsylvania. In fact, I'm at this, where I'm staying tonight, nobody could believe I did the whole 25 miles. They're like, no, we split that up and did, 12 and 13. So, yeah, it was hard. I left at 6:30 this morning. I got here at 7:15. So, and I did not really stop to eat lunch or anything like that. So, yeah, I barely made 2 miles an hour. So my feet are a little worn out, but the word is that it's going to change in the next, tomorrow or the next day. There's a guy actually going southbound who stayed here tonight, and he told us that it gets really, really nice, and it's easy on your feet. So that'll be a nice reprieve. So yeah, that was the day. 25 miles, really tough, great weather. A few places where it didn't have a lot of water. I had to carry carry more than usual. And the bear. I mean, that was the highlight of the day, and also being at day 100. So anyway, I'm here, made it 25 miles, and you know, I'm doing okay, just tired. But that's it. We'll get going in the morning and do all this again. All right, thanks, y'all. Bye-bye.